so easily manipulated and so transient in its attention, that you have a situation where the public has its head filled with official truth, which is often not close to the truth. It's half-truths, or it's inaccuracies, or it's incomplete. And when you have that, I think you have a population that is burdened by despair and apathy and confusion.
Our national leaders have become much too used to a conforming standard media and regard the media going elsewhere for serious contrary views or information as somehow treasonable or the result of bias.
The problem when you bring it into television is that you have not just words, but words and images. I think that far too often our Washington press corps is too worried about being fair to the president and not worried enough about being fair to the public.
It's the pressure to please that exacts the toll. If you're trying to thrive in an entertainment culture, journalism can get in the way of popularity and profits.
Editors and executive producers decide not to pursue certain stories because they don't want to go after a popular president. They don't want to look like they're trying to bring down Ronald Reagan. What that means is that he gets treated better by the press.
The rumor went around that you were pressured to soften your pieces on Ronald Reagan, not because of the editorial judgment or content, but because Reagan was so popular with the public that CBS would lose viewers if they saw you as hostile of the president, toward the president.
A lot of my pieces were diluted, and I never knew why. But they were approved in Washington first, and they'd be approved, and then sent to New York, where they would be diluted and sent back, and then there'd be many arguments.
I remember the occasion when a CBS News executive told you that he didn't want you to talk harshly or critically or even factually about the president on the air. He wanted you to put your ideas over pictures.
That's right. It was okay if I said something that was somewhat critical, as long as it was covered with pictures. But when I was shown, now this is during Reagan, when I was shown on camera, it was to be innocuous, whatever I was saying. And that was quite disturbing to me.
We must be popular, the reasoning goes, to ensure that we will be watched and read.
While President Bush is away this week, Vice President
So when a local
Dan
anchor
Quayle
from
is
New
one
York
thing
drops
at the
by the White House, it is to promote his news show, not to ask tough questions.
In person with Dan Quayle.
It has to be a thrill for you in many ways to realize that here you are, the vice president, you put together a staff. I mean, this is happening for you. How does it feel?
Well, I've been on the job now almost 6 months. I feel very comfortable in it.
A very different Dan Quayle walked with me from the West Wing of the White House, a long way from Indiana. No longer the senator, he walks with an air of confidence that seems genuine.
Politicians clearly want reporters to be, as somebody once said, stenographers with amnesia. And the problem is that a lot of the reporters, especially, but not only on television, have a similar interest. They want to deliver to their editors, to their producers, good pictures, nice scoops, etc. Nice, that's the goods that they have to deliver within their organizations.